Hi everyone, Mitcher Simmer here. Welcome back to Hobo's Hollow. Just kind of moving along, doing the same type of things I've been doing. So I'm just picking up where I had done the grass up to basically where the field came down here to this point. And so just picking it up now where I haven't done it, so that I've kind of harvested the field across, basically, is the simplest way to put it. So I've really just been trying to keep the BGA operating. Been doing a decent job of that, so doing okay. I do have to sync the server up. It's actually next day on the server, but it's too early in the morning to get it to the right time right now. So I'm just going ahead and taking advantage of the time that I've got to actually make some progress, because it doesn't really matter when I mow this. So I've got one of the FMs, unfortunately, and this is something that does happen periodically. They planted fields and then came in later, and like everything is gone. Like the field is looking, it says the state it's showing me now is that it's harvested, but nothing has been planted, and I think they were obviously trying, given that it would have been June or something, to get a crop in to maybe be able to harvest in the winter. I'm not sure. They didn't really indicate that part, but I think regardless of what the plan was, it's just the frustration of having gone through all that work of planting your field, which he's got two fields. He's got these 56 and 32. In an auction he's picked up 54 now, but that was just in the last day or two, so he's not had a chance to work that. But as you can see, it's purple, which is not green, which means it's not being considered as growing in any way. So I don't think I'm going to be able to get an answer. I think unfortunately it's just one of those situations that we get told sometimes, and I think, I understand when you're frustrated like he is. It definitely comes across as kind of a callous responses of no idea, just deal with it, or something like that. And I get the fact that there's no way to forensically put things back together, and even if you could, there's kind of not a point to it, because it's not like they can ever come back in some way and get his fields to the point of being planted. So, I think the reality is the reality, but I think it's just a natural response for someone who's put in hours of work to at least understand if somebody knows what happened. And I think it's not that they think something can be done to fix it. I just think it's a natural response after spending all that time to just want to understand, on the off chance that there's something they did that may have caused it that they can avoid in the future. Asked the mayor group. We'll see if I get any kind of responses that are helpful. We'll go from there, but that's where things are at. Other than that, the other FM has gotten super lucky that Field 12 came up recently as well. So they've got 3 contiguous fields. So at this point, the other FMs have 3. I've had nothing come up that I was interested in. There are no active auctions right now either. And I do know there's another individual who said they have applied to be added to our server. They are looking to move into Field 21. So we're kind of all going to be clustered around. That's been, this point, I think 4 or 5 days ago, and I think they were told they were in the queue to get done. So I'm imagining any day they're going to appear. I do think it's going to make things a little bit interesting if people really truly want to expand, given how we're all kind of clustering up in one location. But on the other hand, I certainly understand the proximity to all the services and so forth, and not wanting to necessarily be driving all over the map. That's the situation as it is. I don't know. Apologizing doesn't make a lot of sense that I don't have a lot to do. It's just kind of the situation I've got as I wait for fields to become available. But as I've also said, I don't want to have this series kind of vanish from the channel for a time while all I'm doing is this. But I'm going to just have probably, you know, short little videos just updating you on what's happened in the last few days, and kind of try to keep up on things, because obviously, you know, the normal schedule for this series is every other day with a little bit of a skip for the weekend series. So definitely gonna try to at least throw something out there, but there may be honestly very short videos that could almost be YouTube shorts that are going to be nothing new, no new fields, no new servers, no new nothing, just keeping things up and letting people know that's what's happening. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and kind of wrap this one up. I'm going to go ahead and at least get this mode. I don't know that I even have enough room in the silo to put it all away, so it's probably going to be on the server, on the field, but I wanted to get things down and have the other portion of the field mowed so that I then have the field all back to a pristine state of the same level. And then I can determine what I'm doing, because once again, if I've got to feed the cows, I've got to make hay, I've got to do other things, like the entire field becomes more useful at that point. It's just right now I have the reality where I don't have enough room in the silage, the fermenting silo for silage, to go ahead and put all that grass in. It won't take that quantity. It only takes 900,000 or so, and this field gives me more than that in many cases. So I'll go ahead and sign off, and I will see you next time.